go. What's up, Katie?
Well, not much. Just, doing a little test run. Anyone who can see this or will watch it later is gonna be able to tell we're trying out some different things.
Yeah.
Mostly just trying to fix a lot of the episodes. So this is gonna be a real quick run.
Yeah, mainly the audio issues. Like, I'm straight up about to send you a fucking computer if I have to.
Oh, I mean it's fine now, right?
Yeah, hey, you could buy my computer and I can buy that other one. Hey, that'll work.
Maybe we'll see. I mean, you don't want to spend money on a good one, but uh, I had we don't have any guests today just because this is kind of spur of the moment. But looking at the stream right now, dude, this shit looks sick. I'm not gonna lie. Did a great job, Nick. Shit is fucking dope.
Oh, thank you.
um, I don't have many things to discuss because kind of random, but one of the things that I did want to talk about was Summer Jam. We have the event coming up. When is it? Friday and Saturday, right?
Yeah, Friday and Saturday.
So should be pretty good. They have the new Bloods on Friday and I think they said Saturday night, right?
They said Saturday night for what? You
For
still
the
cut
suite.
out for the suite?
Yeah.
I think.
Um.
Yeah. It is. It's at like I'd have to double check the time, but it is on Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, as far as I know, players that are going to be there, New York Crew is going to be there. Keo, I know, is going to be there. Your buddy Josh is actually going.
Josh is going to be there. EXO, I think, is going to be there.
Yeah, EXO is going to be there. That should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, Saturday at 11 p.m. So
okay, cool. So for anyone going, definitely check that out. That's super hype.
Donk is going to be there.
Did you know if any of the North Carolina crew is going?
I'm not sure. I would think so because it's still a big tournament, but I'm not 100%.
And it's pretty close to them, dude. Like that's
I would expect Knuckle Dust, maybe Fran.
Maybe. I mean,
that's for sure. It could be still big tournaments, and he's getting pretty good at Street Fighter V. So
it could be a preview for some events to come. Mainly
we got
TFC.
Jibbo coming for 5. So that's pretty.
Okay, well then cool. Then those guys should be there, right?
Yeah, they should be. I love Jibbo. He's such a nice guy.
But was there any in particular that you were looking forward to?
There any
maybe some stuff you want to see
at Summer Jam?
Yeah, at Summer. Like anybody that you particularly want to see. Did you watch it last year?
I'm sure I did. I just don't remember.
So I actually watched a lot of it last year. I
was like, I don't know.
I think that was when Lance went out there, right?
I think so.
Pretty sure that's when Lance was there. Canada was there with Rowan, Carson, and it was good stuff, dude. But
who won?
I kind of want to see how everyone has leveled up since last year. So like, I know Keo went last year. So went last year. I'm not sure. Can't remember if North Carolina went there, but I know they've been playing a lot, so they probably leveled up too. So I'm kind of curious just to see where everyone's at right now.
Who won last year? Who won last year?
Pretty sure Lloyd did, didn't he?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure. He beat.
Yes.
Can't remember who he beat.
I mean, if all those people went, that's pretty good still. Shit.
Frankie? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, okay, Frankie and Chris G. Yeah, that was the tournament. Chris G. He beat EXO and Keo. So he had a pretty strong shot to beat those two players.
Was Lloyd, Frankie, Chris, Keo, EXO, Mutant, Gavin, and Everdred.
Do you think Chris G shows up again?
I mean, I'm sure. Is it a Capcom premiere event? I don't know.
No idea, dude. I don't keep up with Street Fighter V at all.
You gotta know that shit. Man.
I know zero about their. But I want to say most of those players are going to be there again, except maybe Everdred. think he's gone MIA since 5 dropped.
Yeah.
But
I haven't heard anything from
the
him.
rest of top 8 should be there.
Yeah, like the only questionable is Chris G, and if it's a Capcom Premiere event, then I'm positive he'll be there.
Yeah, and looking at the top 8, dude, like I think the player who's probably grown the most, at least as far as I've seen and what I've experienced playing him, is Gavin. I think Gavin has grown a lot as a player,
Oh yeah, Gavin got like
and he's fucking ridiculous now, dude. That Chun is amazing.
yeah, Gavin too good. Gavin not coming? Oh motherfucker, Gavin, why aren't you
So
going? Bitch ass.
yeah, Gavin should definitely go. I don't know, he's busy. He has to run a business, so but
His sister do it or something.
it's hard, dude. But I want to say top 8 will probably be the same people again. I'm interested to see how Chris G is received after the interview that I had with him, because he didn't really seem to many of the players that I had mentioned in the interview were, or he didn't even seem to know who they were
Yeah, that's because
outside of like New York. Obviously, he knows the New York people.
Yeah,
So we'll see how he does in the tournament. I would be interested in seeing
yeah.
him
I'm sure
play.
he'll do well. I don't know if he'll win, but I'm sure he'll do well.
I would be interested in seeing him run it back versus Keo and so. I think
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
yeah, that would be interesting to see. Did you have anything else about Summer Jam in particular that you were interested
Uh,
in?
supposedly Flair is coming only on Friday. I have no idea who Flair is. Do you?
Flair is old school East Coast player, from what I understand. Apparently, he's pretty good. So I have not seen any events in recent memory. So for him to come out, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I've never heard of him. I'm sure I've probably actually seen him
I've
play
heard
in
of
some
him.
match videos or
I
something, but I've
have
never heard of him.
never seen him, but I've heard of him.
Yeah. Okay, so training buddy, a therapist, and Dive Bomb. Okay, I know Dive Bomb.
So he knows the Doylestown people.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. Dope.
So other than that, I guess Summer Jam will be something definitely everyone should tune into. Twitch.tv/
Nika.
Nika KO, right? Underscore
Yeah, Nika
between
underscore
Nika
KO.
and KO. So definitely check that out, guys. The other thing I want to talk about, moving on from that, was as I'm sure I've made it abundantly clear to people, I have switched from controller, Xbox controller, to arcade stick, and I feel I'm at a point now where I'm comfortable enough on stick that execute most things, but
Still think he
it's still
sucks.
not burned all the way to in memory. But I bring that up to say there are definite things that you can do to help the transition go a little bit faster and a little bit smoother. And one of the things that I noticed in particular was immediately when I switched from pad to stick and I tried to play matches. The one thing I noticed was like I had a weak side. I was like, oh shit, dude, like I'm fucking shit on the right side. Like I can't get anything.
Yeah.
Can't hit confirm, I can't parry, I can't block,
Yeah, there's always a
random
weak
stuff.
side for most people. Not
Yeah,
even.
like it was like a weak side for a while. And I was like, okay, well, let me go to training mode and work on that, right? And I worked on it like the first month I played on stick, like the first few days, I literally just tried to play matches, got bodied constantly. Even by people I should have beaten, but like I just got bodied. Couldn't get supers, I couldn't get shoryus, I couldn't get reversals or anything. So the thing that helped me out was I literally spent only 2 weeks in training mode. Like I didn't play any matches, I didn't go online, I didn't do anything else. I just played training mode, and I grinded out like shoryus, supers from various normals as reversals in the air, on jump ins, after dash ups, like just random things that you wouldn't think to do. But I just did them just to have the muscle memory,
Yeah.
like just in case I need to do them. So like one thing I would do with Urian in particular, because that's one of the characters that helped me get my execution up, is I would do just randomly like partition headbutt.
Yeah.
like dash up, jab, headbutt, and then just do like different Aegises afterwards. So I would do like EX Aegis or jab Aegis, or I would do like strong Aegis or something afterward, just to like be able to input it after doing like a fast motion.
Yeah.
And it's just to try and build up the familiarity with the stick. I
Yeah, 'cause
know
there's a lot
you.
of precise inputs you got to do with Urium when it comes to partitions, so
Yeah,
that'll help a
exactly.
lot. Rather than just doing like a blatant like quarter circle forward, you actually have to be precise with all right, I'm holding back, all right, I'm holding down back, all right, down forward, so on and so forth.
One of the I remember we talked about it before. You said you used to play on pad at one point.
Yeah, when I was playing Marvel 3 competitively, I played
Yeah,
pad.
so that game has a crazy ass motions in it, dude. Like you have to fucking super
Yeah.
jump. You have to do like quarter circles in the air. You have to do
Yeah.
different stuff.
Tiger knees, quarter circles,
Yeah. So
dashes,
like,
which the weirdest thing for me, or the weirdest thing really, is dashing with 2 buttons and then,
oh
like
yeah,
dashing from there. Just getting used to doing that was weird as hell at first. Like, just being able to do precise dashes, because I played Doom. So I was doing Doom Infinites and shit. But, yeah, that was a weird
on
thing. Because, like,
pad.
if you play Street Fighter, yeah. If you play
Fuck.
Street Fighter and, like, you move over to, like, a 4-button game like that, like an anime fighter, where you gotta do dashes and instant air dashes and shit, it's
Uh,
crazy. But like that was the hardest thing for me to get used to. But it probably took me 2 days to get used to it.
that's not bad. It for me, it's taken a while. Like I'm barely in. Like I'm in my second month of stick, and I'm
Yeah.
barely at a point now where I can like.
Like literally, the only time I went back and forth was in tournament whenever I had to play Morrigan against somebody, because
Oh, okay.
I could switch up my point character to Morrigan, but I'd have to play
When
Pad
when
because
did
I
you
could do that shit really easy.
when did you pick up stick? Like was it third strike or fourth?
It was still in Marvel 3, so it was like 2012ish, 13ish.
Oh, okay.
But like I was still only playing Marvel at the time. Then I picked up
How long
like
did it take you
not long
to
after that.
how long did it take you to adjust to stick to where you like comfortable in it executing stuff like you normally would?
Like I normally would to, I would say somewhere in the 2 months ish area.
Okay. Were you grinding a lot in like training mode
Oh,
and shit?
dude, I played probably like 8+ hours a day.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I would come home every day after work and fucking literally just hop on OE and go into training mode
Yeah.
and fucking be there for like 4 hours. And I would just I did that like every day for like 2 weeks.
Like every time I load up Marvel, I get kind of sad because I'll look in the settings where it actually tells you how much time you have in offline, and I've literally got like 500 hours. It's kind of ridiculous. Because I would literally just sit there before I would play against people. I would just consistently just go in training mode for like 5 to 8 hours and just do shit. I
Yeah,
was super training mode monster at first, and I still am
dude,
today
I'm sure
occasionally. But
if Third Strike tracked that, like my hours would be ridiculous. Because even
oh
before
yeah,
that, like on pad, I was a training mode monster too. Like I think training mode in OE is fucking ridiculously good. The only thing
yeah,
it's lacking is the input display. That's it.
yeah, dude. I wish I had input to play so
If it
bad.
had input display, dude, that would have helped my transition so much more. Not having that definitely didn't help. There was a point at the very
Like I would
beginning where
legit straight up insist somebody buying like a $5 copy of the at least for that.
there was a
That
legit
or a
point where
PC.
I played. Yeah, I played on the emulator and I used the training emulator on through like Fightcade or whatever.
Yeah,
And I also went to Street Fighter 4's training mode because it has input display.
yeah,
Because for like the longest time, I couldn't understand why I couldn't get Cara Demon, and I was like, I'm doing the input right,
yeah,
and it wouldn't give it to me. Like it would give it to me like 100% of the time on four, but it would never give it to me third strike. So I was like, what's
yeah.
going on?
That's because it's
And I figured out why. I was just doing the stuff like too fast.
yeah,
Four has a little bit more leniency in it, but when I went and did it on the training mode emulator, it showed me where I was doing it too fast.
yeah,
Um, but I would tell people, in particular, I know two players that are transitioning right now from pad to stick, moods and back to basics.
yeah.
Those guys have told me they've had a lot of trouble adjusting, and I did too in the beginning, dude. Like I'd fucking told everybody and their mother, I was like, "Yo, any wins that you get on me right now are gonna be super free.
Yeah.
Like I cannot compete where I'm at with my execution. But if you grind it out, you can get there in like 2 months. I would say 2 months is like a good time limit.
I would say 2 months with hella grinding.
Yeah, and
I
if
would
you
say
can't grind,
with
if
I
you
would
can't
say
grind,
like
maybe like
3-ish
3.
hours a day. It'd probably be like 6 months.
I would say if you can't grind anywhere between 3 and 4 months, because it really isn't that much. It's just getting used to it and getting comfortable to it. Like
Yeah.
playing on
It's
stick.
literally breaking your memory of playing on pad.
Yeah, exactly. Playing on stick now feels like the most natural thing in the world. Like it's so
Yeah.
easy. Like there were so many things on pad that I had to learn a new way to do.
Yeah.
Like for card throws, dude, I set my buttons up different ways for like jump parries. I had to use different techniques. Like I would jump with the analog stick, and then I would press forward with the D, because like I could not do it. I could not do the one smooth motion stick.
Yeah.
So it was like weird random shit that I had to do just to compensate for the fact that I'm not stick. But on stick, that shit is hella easy.
See, I practice crazy shit. That was me. Like I said, I used to play Doom and everything in Marvel 3. So I would practice fucking Doom Infinites. I would practice doing instant Viper balls, which is like quarter circle back, up forward with no extra inputs.
Oh
It's
damn.
fucking ridiculous. Yeah. What Derek Noon fucking full schedule was so popular for.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because he had those extra buttons to help him with it. I would practice doing those till I could, get it, 3 out of 5 times, because that shit's almost impossible to do 5 out of 5 times. But I would just practice that type of shit. I would practice insanely over the top hard shit, and then go to something like, basic combos or fucking Street Fighter where it's ridiculously easy.
Yeah, and I would tell anyone, for anyone who
Like
has
KOF.
trouble, like executing on stick, like set up specific situations that will occur in match. Like with OE's training mode, you can do that. You can set up reversal situations, or you can set up block string situations. And if there's a certain timing that you need to get down, like for instance, on the right side of the screen, because I was weak on the right side, I
Mhm.
could not get wake up Shoryu into super with Akuma, right? So I literally just set up like situations where Hugo would like SPD me,
Mhm.
and then he would do like meaty heavy clap, and and if I mistimed it, then he would block it, and if I timed it right, then he would Shoryu.
Yeah.
So it was that's how I learned how to, and the same thing with the teleport, because I couldn't get teleport either.
Yeah.
But just stuff like that is how you, and man, it's so weird. There was a person that was showing Third Strike the other day on, I want to say on PS3, and I was trying to show them how to set up training mode because they didn't know. And dude, I feel like there should be a training tutorial that someone should make, where you just show people like how to use the training mode to improve your execution.
Yeah, to the
Because
max extent.
yeah, because the way that I was explaining, I guess they weren't getting it, so they ended up like not trying at all, and then they just got on Fightcade, which is,
Yeah.
I shake my head at that. I don't think that's a
Oh,
good
I
idea.
feel like I have the ability to make that, but at the same time, I feel like I would rather be somebody to actually watch that and learn from it, because I know how to do a good bit of stuff in training mode on Third Strike Online Edition.
I
But
think it's just showing
at the
people
same
like,
time, I'm like, damn, I wonder how I could. That's why I enjoy streaming sometimes, because I'll be like, man, I wonder how I could set this up. But it'd be like a kind of basic situation. I'd be like, man, how can I go about this? And then it involves doing the timer and all this crazy shit. And like, if somebody could show me how to do that, I would gladly fucking watch that video.
I think like just for like a basic tutorial, I would just want to show people how to record the dummy doing things, how to save state it so you can do it without having to constantly go back to the pause screen in the main menu or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, how to get like a specific meter,
Yeah.
how to set up corner, um, and just like different things that would allow people to like the damage, for instance. Turn on the damage information, and
Yeah.
then you do like a combo when they're crouching versus when they're standing,
Yeah.
just to see like what's the optimal combo.
Yeah. My big thing is like trying to punish specific things at a certain time. That's the
Yeah,
hard part
yeah,
for me in
yeah.
training mode. So like, say I can't. There was a specific thing that I was trying to do, and I can't remember what it was exactly, but it was. Oh, it was practicing as you're in what to do after Aegis in the corner. So say I put an Aegis on top of you in the corner, you block it, right? Then as soon as the Aegis goes away, what are my options? Like the moment that it goes away. Could I throw? Could I shimmy? Could I do this? Could I do that? And timing that is a pain in the ass. Like if
for when the Aegis is done.
yeah, for like if because like in Street Fighter V, you have the option of all right, first action after block. So you can make them block something, and then as soon as they're stopped blocking, they'll start doing something. So I could do that. I could just do that and do a meaty into Aegis, and then after they're done blocking, I would have them be able to do something on record.
It
But in
kind of
fucking
depends
Third
on.
Strike, you got to do it based on the clock and all different crazy shit. And that's
Well, see, the
where I have
thing
a
is,
hard
like,
time.
isn't it kind of dependent on whether or not like you hit them with a normal during the block stun? Because doesn't that override the block stun of the Aegis? So, like, for example, they're blocking Aegis,
Mhm.
and then you try and do like forward fierce to overhead them, and they block it, and that's when Aegis ends.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So,
saying. I would want to be able to set that up to where from the beginning of the Aegis all the way to the end of the Aegis, I can do whatever. They'll block everything, and then afterwards, like insanely hard to do in online edition, but it's really easy to do in fucking 5.
oh yeah, well, because it has the playback features with like all these different customizations.
Yeah, it has the like I said, the immediately after blocking an attack, I'll do this, and then you can record them doing reversals,
Oh yeah, as
non-reversals, all
reversal.
different
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, that's really hard to do.
Yeah. So
You
like,
can you can kind of set it up, but it has to be like a weird setup.
yeah. I
You
think
have
that
to do like I
they made the
remember.
Fightcade training emulator was trying to do some similar-ish stuff, but I don't know how far he got or if he's came out with a new version yet.
The one that Nika has on his channel is pretty good, but I don't think you can do that with it.
No, you can't do that. I've got that, but you can't do
What
that.
it does do though, that OE doesn't, is it
Which
shows
is
you
some sick
the
shit.
the charge meters, which
Yeah,
is like super important for stuff like charge partitioning or charge
yeah.
buffering.
When you're first learning,
Yeah, yeah. Because
if you
if you
know
don't
about it,
have
like
that
I
natural,
was looking at it and I was just like, yeah, I can't really find anything useful for this unless I'm like literally trying to come up with a brand new thing.
yeah,
But
but if you don't intrinsically have that knowledge of
yeah,
charge timing, like
it'd help
like
a lot.
let's say someone hasn't played 4 or 2 before. Third Strike is like the first Street Fighter they played. Maybe
Yeah.
they're coming from like Guilty Gear or something.
Mhm.
So like it would be kind of hard to grasp that like that charge timing without having some visual representation.
Yeah.
And OE doesn't let you do that, but the Fightcade emulator does. So that's one advantage that it has over it.
Yeah, you
Um,
know what I think? Now that you said this, I think straight up that players who play like ST in this order, I would say Guilty Gear players have a better chance of playing Third Strike than Street Fighter 4 players and or 5 players. Now that I
well,
think about it.
yeah, because the game is just the way that the system mechanics work in those games, it kind of lends itself to transitioning a little easier. Because 4 and 5 are those are like baby's first fighters. Like literally everything is like +8 on block or
I
plus
think there's a
20
lot
on
of
hit.
similar mechanics.
Yeah, that's true.
Like instant guard or whatever the fuck it's called. Perfect guard. I don't remember what it's
Yeah,
called.
yeah.
Where
I
you
don't know
tap
what it's
back
called
to
either.
block each things and you take less block stun. That's a lot
Yeah,
like
yeah.
parrying. There is parrying in that game. There's charge characters. There's non-charge characters. There's a lot of shit.
Well, it depends on the version of Guilty Gear though, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about like plus R and XR.
Xrd, yeah, yeah. I've played a little bit of Xrd. I don't know it well enough to really speak on it, but
I had a PS3. I bought a PS3 specifically for it because it was cheap
it's
at
a fun
GameStop. It
game.
was like $70. It was fun. My big thing was I couldn't get used to the hit stun. Like the hit
Yeah,
stop.
that's the thing that I
It's
had to try.
so slow. Like that game is hella slow.
Compared to even most fighters, dude, like it's pretty
Yeah.
slow.
Like I played Milia, which was easy as fuck, broken ass character, but it would suck because I want to learn it because literally I have some of the best Guilty Gear players in America in my city.
In your area,
I have
yeah.
motherfuckers that have been to SBO and fucking placed well. But like I just couldn't do it, man. I would try to do fucking combos and couldn't
You just
fucking
drop it
do it.
because you're doing it too fast.
Yeah, like it
Yeah.
was like going in slow motion, going from Marvel or Street Fighter to that. It was ridiculous. And I was still playing Third Strike at the time, so
Yeah, it's definitely a different timing.
crazy.
I had the same issue. Tried to transfer over to King of Fighters because I picked up 13. Actually, before I picked up Third Strike, I picked up King of Fighters 13, like directly after playing Street Fighter 4,
Yeah.
and I had fucking hell with like everything. Dude. Timing in that game is so much different. So it's just, I think it's more of like a timing issue than a system issue because
Yeah.
inputs aren't hard in that game. inputs are pretty
Nah,
easy.
yeah. Because I think
But
I played 13 a little bit. That's like the only one I've actually played, I think.
the only I think the only thing a Guilty Gear player would have trouble with in Third Strike is just adjusting to how fast it is in comparison.
Yeah.
Because Third Strike, like, it can be played at a slow pace, but most of the time it's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, we tangented pretty hard there. I don't even remember what was the original. Oh, talking about pads, right?
Yeah.
And training mode. Okay.
Yeah.
But getting back on that, what I
Training
would tell
mode.
pad players to do really is instead of trying to go play matches with the intent of like winning or trying to like learn how to do certain things on the stick, I would tell you just hop directly into training mode. Spend a couple days in training mode just working on getting your muscle memory down and trying to really like burn it into your memory.
Yeah.
And then after that, go play some matches, see like where the holes are and what you need to continue working on. Because even as far back as like earlier this week, I played Yuki in a private lobby. We played for about an hour or two, and dude, like he was doing just like the most simplest things, try and keep me out, and I could not get like anything timed correctly.
Yeah.
And immediately after that, like when we got done with that set, I was like, all right, thanks for the help, dude. I hopped into training mode, and then the day after, like see like improvement that was like super noticeable.
Yeah.
Like he would do as Akuma, he would do like crouching medium punch just as like footsies
Mhm.
against Alex, and like I would just try and jump in, and I couldn't time the parry for like the crouching medium punch, and I just kept trying to do it, like despite the fact that I probably could have beat it with normal, I could have done any like a sweep or something. I just kept trying to jump into it just to learn how to parry it, and I couldn't do it consistently, and I kept getting counter hit into like with a bunch of shit when he hit me with it. Or like the one time that I did parry it, I think he like canceled it into Tatsu or Shoryu or something, and I ate it.
Yeah.
So like I just set up in training mode Akuma doing that over and over and over again, and that's literally what you have to do. You have to go into matches and look like explicitly for the things that you cannot do. Don't practice the stuff that you know you can do.
Yeah.
Like if you know you can do it, that's fine. Go look for the stuff that you can't do, and then go work on that. Try and identify what that is.
Yeah, I feel like we're really similar when it comes to the whole transitioning thing. Because like whenever I transition to Third Strike, not even just to stick, but to actually playing Third Strike, like I know I've told this story multiple times. I literally for like a month straight, 8 hours a day, just went into fucking training mode and taught myself tackle, headbutt. Not playing a single person, not doing anything but training mode. And I feel like
Yeah,
we're kind of
I remember.
similar
You
in the
remember I
fact,
did that too, dude. Like there was like
yeah,
a
like
week
because it
period where I was
really
just doing
does
tackle
help.
tackle.
Yeah, I feel like me and you are similar in the fact that if we seclude ourselves to training mode, we'll do better than, playing
Playing
games
matches.
and do training mode and do it both at the same time. But I don't think that works for everybody. I think we're like that, and there are definitely people who would succeed better in transitioning by playing matches. But
Well, I think playing matches has its part too, right? Like, don't get me wrong.
yeah,
I don't mean like you shouldn't play matches. I just think training mode. Like, if I had to divvy up the time, I would say like 70-30. I would say like 70%, 30% training mode.
yeah, because like the big thing is, and this is for any fighting game really, like training mode is for combos and punishes. That's about it. And situations. But I mean, until you've seen a situation, you're not going to know to practice for it. So we'll leave that part out. But like, it's for combos and punishes. And eventually, you've got to play matches, and you're gonna fuck up. So you're gonna go back and train. I mean, that's just the way it works.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people use training mode only to practice combos, which is cool. And I
Or
use it for
parries,
that
dude.
a
I know
lot.
people that only use training mode for parries.
Yeah, like I think that helps, but not all the time. Like, I think if you're going to use it for parrying, which reminds me of something else I'll talk about in a second, but if you're going to use it for parrying, you should probably not use it a lot because you're going to be focused too much on parrying. And I hate people who are focused too much on parrying as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's players that like literally die trying to parry.
Because I mean, I'm not going to act like I didn't try that shit at first because guess what? When I first played this game, it was fun as hell. Like, outside of online edition is whenever I was trying to do that shit. Whenever I would play, whenever I got online edition, when I finally actually put the money into it, that's whenever I was like, all right, I'm gonna learn how to play this fucking game, and I got super serious about it. But like before that, yeah, I was trying to parry everything. Shit, I didn't give a fuck. But then you realize that, hey, parrying isn't the smartest idea all the time.
Yeah, not all the time. I mean, there's certain instances you have to where it's smart to.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you would do better like learning punishes or learning how to block.
Yeah.
So I tell everybody in the beginning when you
Instead
pick
of
up
taking the attack and taking the risk of getting hit by that attack by you fucking up, why don't you just avoid the attack and do a punish instead?
Yeah, I just tell people in the beginning, like when you first get third strike, you'll be tempted to try and parry stuff.
Yeah. Practice
Don't get
block.
suckered into that. Just learn how to block everything, and if you
Yeah.
can, and then once you do that, then you can start learning how to parry it.
Yeah. You don't run before you can walk.
I mean that too. Yeah, that's pretty much it for pad. I would just tell people grind it out, and
I just want to
like I
point
said,
out
70-30.
because it's a little tangent thing. I just wanted to point out because that reminded me whenever I was talking. By the way, the parry training in Third Strike Online Edition is fucking pointless.
I mean, yeah, you can essentially do the same thing in regular training.
You can do it better in regular training because whenever you go to parry training, you have to restart it every time.
Yeah, every time instead of
You can't do like a save
state.
It's dumb. They kind of fuck themselves on that. I don't understand that shit. Anyway,
well, there was a point in for the patches where you couldn't do that. There was a point for one of the patches you couldn't. I forget what it was, but you couldn't record the dummy doing something unless it was in parry training.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's why they did. And then later they realized, oh, this is retarded. We can do it in regular training. So they patched that in.
I just feel like, yeah, because like the second that you can record the dummy doing stuff and you try to parry stuff, or you can set the dummy to parry everything so you can do something and see how it's parried, it just made parry training null and void.
But yeah, hopefully, maybe someone comes out with that training mode video so that people can learn how to use it correctly. Because it would be really cool to show that to new players. Okay, you use this way.
Yeah.
That'll help people a lot faster too. And I know I've told several players, like I know Triton, for example, I've told him like, hey, you should practice this, and this is how you do it in training mode. So I know he's gone in and he's gone in and he's worked on a lot. Yesterday he hit me with Ken's back overhead, the medium kick. And that was like the first time I've seen him do that. I was like, oh shit, he got those now?
He does do me a couple of times, but yeah, he doesn't do it that much. That's a good point. Oh, Triton. Now I want to make this training mode video now just so that I can get Triton to do some shit. Like legit.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, I didn't really about was there anything that you wanted to bring up in particular?
I don't know. Nothing.
Nah, you good?
Yeah, like the only thing I can think of is, hey, maybe from Facebook I can see that Arlieth might start streaming. So I would say, hey, people check that out.
But he's a 5 player now, right? I don't think he even plays Third Strike anymore.
He played Third Strike at final round. But I was beating him, so take.
Was this before 5 came out?
No, this is the most recent final round.
Oh, okay.
Motherfucker was sitting behind me half the time I was playing, watching me and talking to me and shit, and I didn't know who it was until after I got back home.
Yeah,
I was like, hey, that guy's really nice. And then I saw him, and I was like, oh, that's fucking Arlieth. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude is sick. He's good. Yeah. That Makoto's nice.
Yeah, dude.
I had heard that he didn't play Third Strike.
I don't think he plays that much, but he still does play every once in a while. Because like I said, I was beating him. I don't think he beat me in final round, so I do think that he's not.
All right. That's cool.
Reposted.
Yeah, that should be cool. I mean, if he does, hopefully he'll stream some Third Strike too, because I know he for sure plays 5 like a fuck ton.
Oh yeah.
But that's the same with like I think Durlath does the same. I know Knuckle does for sure. Like I saw him on the Evo stream. He was doing pretty well too.
In 5, yeah.
Yeah, in 5.
Yeah, he was doing really well. I don't know, man. Like I still play 5 every once in a while, but I don't actually own a good enough PC or a PS4, so I don't really,
I've got no interest in 5, dude. 5 is the most cookie cutter, vanilla, straightforward Street Fighter I think I've like.
I play Chun, so.
Well, I mean, then you like hitting buttons. I mean, that's the thing.
Nah, man, she is so footsies heavy. It's not even funny. Like legit, she is a very footsies heavy character in 5.
That's fault.
She's the most.
I wouldn't really pay that. It seems to me, it seems really one dimensional, and That's not really what I'm looking for in a Street Fighter. How would you say 5 is different? Have you played it enough?
5?
Yeah.
Different from what? 3?
Yeah, from Third Strike. Third Strike specifically.
5 is slower.
Well, for sure.
The neutral game is different. Very different. Like, not even as much the neutral game, but the way buttons work. It's similar in the fact that, there is a neutral game, actually, rather than 4. But they flipped the button priorities, which pissed me off so bad when I first played it.
So, like, jabs beat everything.
No, other way around.
Really?
Like, in fucking certain... It doesn't matter if you press jab and if you're about to fucking hit him, like, say the hitbox is literally like a frame away from hitting the opponent, and then he throws out a fierce at just enough spacing to where, like, you combine at the exact same time, the fierce is gonna beat it no matter what. Like, fierce buttons...
Doesn't Third Strike have the same?
That's a really bad way to explain it, because, like, it's just... No, if you press the button quicker, it doesn't matter. There are some fierces in the game that are really quick startup, and no matter what...
Okay. So what you're telling me is hit like the startup of like fierces will hit the active frame.
Yeah.
What?
Like, it's hard to explain, because, like, it's not the actual startup hitting it. It's literally... the priority is so backwards. Yeah, the priority is so backwards, going from heavy to medium to light, like Lance just said. It's the same as Third Strike, but it's so much more noticeable. It's dumb. Like,
that is ridiculous.
Let's put it this way. If you're mashing, like, jabs, you know how normally you could beat the startup of a fierce or something? Unless you're, like, directly in their face. That's why, like, wake up jab is so good. Like, unless you're literally directly in their face. It doesn't matter, man. Like, the range is so short. I think that's what makes it the big difference. The range is so short on jabs now, and fierces are so...
That's okay, though, because
because of crush counters.
That's so weird that you have...
I get it, but it's so different from all the other games that it just feels fucking alien.
Dude, it's so weird that that's your complaint. I've heard, and from what I've seen in different videos and in different people talking about the game, their complaint is just the opposite. Is that jabs are still too short. That you can jab people out of everything.
Because they're dumb.
Like Geef jab is really
Motherfuckers
good.
Don't know how to time
Carly
meetings,
jab, really good. Or Nash, I should say. Nash jab is really good.
Not on Wake Up, though. Well, that's the thing. Most of these people are complaining about it on Wake Up, and that is wrong. Like,
I don't know.
If you...
I
literally from playing Chun, the fact of the matter is, I found out within 2 weeks of starting the game, like, all I had to do was figure out about 2 or 3 meaty setups, and nobody's pressing jab against me. Because I can literally do a setup...
Well, yeah, that's what Crush Counter was designed to do, right?
Well, yeah, but, like, if people don't know how to time meaties, then they're just dumb. That's just the way I see it, all right? If you don't know how to time meaties in the game like that, then you're going to get fucked.
Well, that's because they're coming
Wake Up jab...
You have to think about it this way. A lot of those people are coming from where meaties were super dangerous.
Yeah.
You almost never meatied any game because the risk was so high of whiffing.
Yeah, there was too much invincibility on too much shit that was not punishable.
Yeah, so like like they existed, but it was not a smart idea 90% of the time.
Yeah, it was only real if like there was an option select behind it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so like the
really
sweep.
Strong one. Yun had a really strong one. There was a
Ryu had some good one.
Yeah,
Fei Long had a really ridiculous one.
FaZe was the dumbest. He had the meaty that was originally unblockable, but then they made it not unblockable. He had the meaty into jab into EX. Was it tension or whatever the fuck? The command grab.
Yeah.
Where if you had to hold up immediately after the jab. If you block the jab, it's a true block string or some shit. It's ridiculous. It's the dumbest shit. But like,
yeah, I remember. Isn't that
frames?
Isn't that option select the one? Fudo Evo. Isn't that what he used against?
Yeah, that's not even an option select. That's just a straight up. Well, it is an option select technically, because if you get hit by the jab, then it's a big enough gap, or it's like it's short enough to where it doesn't come out. I can't remember what happens if you get hit by the jab. I just remember if you block the jab, then the EX tension, or the regular one. I can't remember which. Been too long. But if you block it, then you're getting grabbed, and then you're getting full combo. Stand fierce and the chicken wing, yada yada.
Sick.
But like, it was dumb. There was a lot of option selects though, man. Like, there's no way to take option selects out. It just don't happen. It's impossible.
I mean,
Literally impossible. As long as there is hit stun and hit stop, there will be option selects. The end.
in Street Fighter though, right? Like, I don't know other fighters
In any
have
fighting game. Shit. They teach you option selects in Guilty Gear in training mode. Like when they teach you how to play the game, the tutorial, it's a basic option select, but it's still an option select. And if that ends, then that counts. It's the factor of doing throw and pressing another button at the same time. If you're throw whiffs, you hit them. Or you get a different button than like short.
Yeah.
I mean, crouch tech is still an option select. It's the same thing, just not crouching. Because like throws don't even come out in Guilty Gear if you're not at close range.
Really? So what is it like? Is it proximity or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, yeah, that makes sense. You'll just
So
get the
like
normal.
you press like slash while you do the throw input, or heavy slash, one or the other. You press those, and if your throw doesn't come out, then you're fucking gonna hit them. That's an option select. Same thing. Like I said, if there is hit stun, then there will be option selects no matter what. Because if like the most basic one is neutral jump, roundhouse. If you have a character that has an SPD, neutral jump, roundhouse. And then immediately do the SPD input. If they block, then the SPD input won't come out. You can go to a block string. If they don't block, you get SPD. It's really simple.
Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. All right. The last thing I wanted to do this Sunday, I think around 5-6 Central Time. Game Guys Houston streaming the Third Strike tournament. So if you guys want to check that out, it's twitch.tv/Guys Houston. So please check that out. Sunday. I don't think anything is going on Summer Jam on Sunday, right?
No, it's just Friday and Saturday, I'm pretty sure. There's a lot of shit going on the weekend, though. It's going to be pretty awesome.
Should be pretty good. But I encourage everybody.
Should we address what Basic said?
What did he say?
Where's B-Tran?
B-Tran? Oh, B-Tran is not here. We'll get B-Tran back on sometime soon. I'm not sure when though.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Test run, just to, like we said, work on the audio issues.
Honestly, this ended up being way longer and shit than we thought it was going to be.
Exactly.
Because once we started talking, I just couldn't stop.
Did pretty hard.
Yeah. I mean, do we know when our next episode is going to be? Probably.
I have no idea. Maybe after these tournaments.
Yeah, I would say after, like either next weekend, the weekend after. That way, we'll have Summer Jam. We can talk about Summer Jam. We can talk about other stuff that'll be coming. Because there's a lot of stuff coming up and a lot of tournaments I want to go to. So.
All right, that sounds cool. But yeah, catch us next time, guys. We'll post links. When the streams go up, we'll post it on Judgement or whatever, so everyone can check it out.
Yeah, and if you came here late today, don't forget you can always check out the archive. If you're in the Xbox Live chat, I'm sure I'll post.
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube. Are we throwing this up on YouTube?
Maybe.
We can. We should.
I don't see why not. Sure.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah. Peace, guys.